Okay.
Yeah. So, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Seriously, we definitely just wanted to shoot the shit and talk about The Victim, talk about you directing, talk about you producing and acting, and I mean, just there's a lot of exciting stuff that you guys are doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've been around for
30 years. 30?
35.
35 years.
40. No, I'm just kidding.
No, like 35 years.
Right, and not it's Michael Biehn. You've been in like some of my top fives.
Yeah.
So like 5 of the top 5s. So it's not like it's not the first rodeo. So going from working with the biggest directors in the business to now you being a director.
Yeah.
How was that?
Well, I think that I learned a lot, obviously, from the good directors. The good directors that I worked with. I mean, you can't do 3 films with Cameron without like picking some stuff up, and you can't work 2 films with Billy Friedkin without picking some stuff up, and you can't work with Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, and it just kind of like rubs off on you. And for me, like when we decided to do The Victim, it was kind of a combination of like Jim. I was in a conversation with Jim Cameron, and Jim said that one of the brilliant things about Robert is that he just doesn't understand that he can't do something. You just pick up a camera and go do it, and just pick it up and go do it. Don't ask any questions. Don't go to school. Don't whatever. Just pick it up and go do it.
I've been guilty of that quite a bit.
And so
literally.
Then I worked with Robert, and like, his attitude is one of just like, let's just have fun. Let's just go make movies and stuff. And so when I was doing The Divide, I said to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna go do it. I'm gonna be like Robert Rodriguez and
Turned
just pick
to
up a
me
camera
and was like, get on the phone.
Yeah, see if you can get some money. I basically said to her, see if you can get some money for the movie.
Right.
And she goes, okay, well I got some money. And I said, how much is it? And she's like, she told me how much. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be.
Like, so that's the food for one day, right? We got pizza. We got pizza and soda, right?
Well, basically, we to put it in perspective. We had a pre-production period of time, which was 3 weeks.
Right.
Okay. In which, at that time, I was writing the script.
Okay.
Okay. So we were doing pre-production without a script.
I think when we hung out that one time, I don't know if you guys shot the movie yet. I don't know. I'm
trying to think of that time.
I know you guys. No, I think you were in post. Maybe you were in post.
Were we in post?
I don't know.
But
I remember you were talking about you were writing it and then you were in post.
Well, I was writing it at the same time as we were like casting it, crewing up, dealing with the Screen Actors Guild. I mean, she was doing all this sort of stuff.
The Screen Actors Guild. I was dealing with the actors.
Location hunting.
I was doing the locations.
All that kind of stuff we're doing without a script. Just me going like, well, we need one of these.
Right.
We need one of these.
This is what we're going to do.
You usually don't do it that way.
Right. You'll fill it out.
So that was like 3 weeks, and then we rolled into like a 12-day shoot.
Right.
So that is like, if you know.
12-hour, 12 days. 12 hours. Finish on time, 12-day shoot.
So I think that I learned a lot from those guys, but my feeling really with what I like about what I learned from those guys is everything is always like kind of at a heightened tension. Everything's kind of always up here, like the stakes are always really high.
Right.
And, when the stakes are high, the acting can be really good. And so
it's well acted, little flick,
It's getting a whole hell of a lot of attention. I mean, it is. I mean, it's getting a lot of attention.
That's because
you've been hustling the shit out of it.
We have been hustling. I mean, we've been in Spain. We've been
You're all over.
We're everywhere.
You're all over the world with it. But I mean, I think if it was a piece of shit.
Oh no, we wouldn't be
like, well, we don't want to see it. Or,
totally.
It's like Michael Biehn and it's like,
no.
So that's what I'm saying, right?
You can't. And the thing about it is, it's a joy to watch it with any audience because we're going to Japan next week, and we're going to show it in Japan. So that'll be the first Asian
translated titles.
Yeah, but horror always translates.
Yeah. This is. an exploitation movie / horror movie / it's the genre, but it's like it's just campy enough. They like that stuff.
Totally.
They love that stuff. So I think you're right.
I mean, when she told me how much money I had to make the movie, I was like, that's okay. What am I going to make an exploitation movie? I was going to do this Robert Rodriguez kind of like grindhouse exploitation movie, and I was like, I don't have any money, so I can't do special effects makeup. I can't do zombies. I can't do like visual effects. So I can't do like. I can't crash cars. I can't force stuntman. I can't do anything. So I was like, would you mind taking your clothes off for me, honey?
That's it, right?
You get a lot of my boobs in this movie. There's a lot of my breasts.
And then so we got her, and then I said, do you have any friends that'll take their clothes off? And she said, Danielle take her clothes off, if you pay her enough.
I think there's an equation like 2 naked chicks equals 1 nuclear explosion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And then Rob Hall came in and did us a favor, so we had a little of that.
2 boobs equals like a car chase.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got an ass, we got boobs, we got...
Right.
So we had that.
Simulated blowjob on screen. So
that equals like 2 seats. That's like a starship battle. That's like a Star Wars battle, right? That's like equal to the amount of like production value.
So we had that. I said, okay, well, we got that, and then I got like Dirty Cops are always good,
right?
Blow, Coke and stuff, and like I said, I figured I had enough of a budget to do a little bit of action, a little bit of torture,
right?
And then I figured like fucking serial killer. I'll throw a serial killer in. They're always good for like a little bit of and it just like we just kind of mixed it all up and fucking shot it,
Awesome.
And it came out really
but
kind of sweet.
But it's witty and it's fun and it's.
Well, I think
we made a little
you guys know what good
exploitation
scripts
movie.
are versus bad scripts, so it's like you're already on the good foot compared to somebody going off on their.
Right.
It was like your first directorial debut, but it's also like, it's not your first rodeo, period.
No.
So are either of you guys? So
well, and it's important. And any director, any actor, anybody on stage, anybody, any place who has to say the words, will tell you the most important thing is the script. It's always the script. It's not what it looks like. It's not the special effects. Right. It's not like the visual effects. It's not the explosions. It's not the action. It's not the naked women and not the naked men. It's the story. It's always about like a nice little story.
Right.
And that's what we have.
And then you add a few boobs here and there. And
right. And you're like icing on the cake, right?
Icing on the cake is right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the first day we did our sex scene the first day, and he just like dropped.
So I wasn't done writing the script yet. So I was still writing, and I'm like, okay, well, we're shooting while
what do we know how to do? Okay, let's do that scene.
We'll start off with a bang,
Camera's rolling.
But his niece was our assistant makeup on the show,
That's
and
funny.
she wasn't prepared. She was in front of the monitor, and he happened to decide to take his robe off in front of the whole crew just to kind of make everybody comfortable, but was standing right in front of the camera where it was sitting. And so his niece was in front of the monitor and flew like about 80 feet back and didn't return for the rest of the day.
That's funny.
And she refuses to this day to speak of it.
That's funny. That didn't happen.
It did not happen. She saw,
So
Uncle Mickey's.
Release any distro stuff for...
Yes.
We do. Okay. We cannot announce on your show our North American distribution, but it will be announced in January.
And it's
good.
It's really good.
Any release dates?
Well,
time frame? Fall?
Yes, I can at least start with the college distribution. We do have a college distribution deal on the table that will be announced with our North American distributor, but we're doing a theatrical release in a very different way than a lot of movies have in the past.
Right.
Our first, our release date, the first time people can actually see it, part of this distribution is February 16th.
Okay, cool.
More will be revealed, but...
See, I come from a town called Lake Havasu City, all right? In Lake Havasu City right now, there's 80,000 people that live there, right? There's 2 cineplexes there, right? Both cineplexes are playing the same movies, right? And they're playing the same movies that are playing at Universal Amphitheater up here, right?
They're $1 million.
Not amphitheater. Right. So there's no screens around.
Right.
There's no, even it's hard to find screens.
Yeah.
So we went to these college campuses, and every college campus in the country has a theater.
Right.
But they run second, third run movies and so on and so forth.
Right.
So we talked a guy into that.
He'd always kind of wanted to do this first run deal.
A guy by the name of Mike Hogan, and Mike Hogan saw our movie, loved it, and wanted to try to push it in there as a first-run theater. So, we're hoping to get somewhere around 100 theaters.
200
That's
screens.
100 to 200 theaters, yeah.
That's fantastic.
On the college campuses.
Just for that,
and then
not
Just that.
Right.
And then
That's
our
just
distribution
color.
deal is going to be then, VOD, hotels,
Right, so
planes.
and that's good. And we've already sold it overseas, and we've already sold territories overseas.
And I can tell you about overseas. We're with a company called WTF. We are
Yeah, exactly. They named it
what
well.
the fuck?
What? Yeah.
They know. They're a French company, and they used to be, a guy named Dimitri Stefanidis was with a company called TF1 International.
Yeah.
Who picked up Hobo with a Shotgun and
Dude,
lots of...
Hobo Shotgun's awesome.
We did a double feature with Hobo with a Shotgun in Spain, and we had
Hobo
the best
Shotgun
time.
was awesome. I'm so glad those guys got it off. Like,
Me
made the movie
too, and they're
too.
nice people too.
And they did it
they're
right.
Cool, and they did
You
it
know what I'm
right,
saying?
and they have a good eye
Great movie.
for
I dug it. It was fun.
So he found that movie, and then
Yeah.
he branched off from that company and he started a new company, and we were his first acquisition.
Awesome.
And now we're with like Tiberian in Germany, who did Devil's Rejects,
Right.
and then we're with Transmission in Australia, and then we'll branch out from there.
Awesome. So,
which is like Paramount.
Like, this show is geared very much for first-time filmmakers, student filmmakers, showing their first shorts, going out there, doing their whole thing. So, as first-time producers and directors,
We're learning
quote
all
unquote,
this.
right?
Yeah.
The learning curve, no matter what, it's a fucking
Total learning curve.
on some level. Like, what kind of advice could you give these guys coming
My
out? Coming out the gate?
advice is really just which is Robert Rodriguez's advice is like just go do it. Okay, I mean the cameras that are available out there now. I mean everybody seems to have a 5D.
Do it on your
or,
phone
I mean
pretty
you,
soon.
you can basically what you need is a story.
Right.
And if you somebody needs to write a story, and if you can't, if you think of a story, you say to yourself, just think about something that happened in your life. What was the most monumental thing that happened in your life, or somebody else's life, or so on and so forth. And you write a story down, okay? And then once you have a script, it's easy to find people that will want to make movies because everybody wants to make movies. So my thing is go do it.
Right.
Just go do it yourself.
Yep.
You don't have to sit in classrooms for. I wouldn't.
You can
go to-
edit on Pro Tools. You can edit on your Mac.
I mean, that's literally. I mean, like a big.
And people are doing it on iTunes. I mean, not iTunes, but on
their iPhones. Some people are shooting little movies on their iPhone. I mean, Ed Burns is a perfect example, who's in big movies once a year, once every 2 years, and this guy is shooting movies for $35,000 in Tribeca. Right. With his model wife and releasing them digitally.
That always helps to have a model wife kind of thing going on.
But I mean, he's
helps.
living that Tribeca life, and here he is shooting $35,000 movies and releasing them digitally.
Yeah.
And he's smart and brilliant, and he was always outside the box.
Right, he
even
was
way
always
back
doing
when.
real indie stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true. I mean, anybody that knows our back. I mean, we all met through the same guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But same
Indie
thing,
guys.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for I read Robert's 10-minute film school on a hospital bed. I didn't even think about getting in the film business. And I read it and I go, I can do this, dude.
Yeah.
And I literally did the same thing. I picked up a camera, started reading scripts. That's exactly
Here
how
we
it happened.
go.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I
We
think-
give him a homage at the end of the movie. It just says Rebel Without a Crew.
Nice.
Gratefully. Thank you, Robert. Gratefully, Michael Biehn.
Awesome.
Get the page.
Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward to everybody peeping the victim. It's awesome. It's grindhousey and raw.
Yeah.
And I am seriously looking forward to The Divide.
The Divide is a very, very, very well done film by Xavier Gens. It's beautifully shot.
It is. It
and
looks
the music
amazing.
is beautiful, but it is dark, really
a
dark.
brilliant film.
It's
heavy.
Requiem for a Dream dark.
Nice.
And but the acting in it, Milo Ventimiglia is just off the charts in it, and
Blackland.
Well, I hear you kill it, sir.
He kills it.
I
He
hear you
kills
kill
it.
it.
I look at myself and I'm like,
That's just
doing the same thing I
I'm doing me.
always do.
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm not
No, he
impressed
kills
with my
it.
set, but Roseanne Arquette, who's always great. I mean, she's just.
Brilliant.
You haven't seen her in anything like this in a
Right.
while either. And
Right.
Courtney B. Vance. I mean, it's got a great cast. And to tell you the truth, and I've worked with, this is the best ensemble cast I've ever worked with. Okay,
And he's worked with
That's
some
saying
people.
something.
and I mean, I worked
Holy.
in Tombstone, but in Tombstone, he had all these great guys in Tombstone, but they didn't have an opportunity to show their stuff as much as these 7 people
Everyone
do in
gets
this
to
show.
showcase,
But everybody in this movie just fucking tears it up.
Nice. Well,
And
we'll
I
look
get to
forward
appear
it.
as his wife.
Do you?
Shocker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I pitch the website for our movie?
No.
Or you want to do it?
I'm kidding. Of course you can.
www.grindhousethevictim.com. Please go check it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Dude, at least we got to hang out here a little bit today.
I know.
We've been
When are
talking
we
about
gonna
it
do
forever. We're
again?
like, what are we going to do? Let's fucking hang out. Let's work together on something.
Let's shoot a TV show.
I know. It's crazy. Well, dude, you guys, awesome for having
Cool,
me.
man.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thanks. Thank you so
That was
much.
easy.
Yeah, it's real chill. It's It's real chill.
Hi, I'm Michael Biehn.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Blanc, and you're watching Short Showcase.
Oh, wait, stay there. Let me take a picture. We gotta get our Facebook shit on. Come on.
No, I know, me too.